Okay, my wife picked up these two shelves at Goodwill, I think for like 29 bucks a piece. Now that I think about it, I probably should have modified them slightly different. I'm putting the printer here. I used a hole saw on the back to cut a wire for power and Ethernet. I probably could have put them all on one shelf, which I don't know how much work it would be. But if I hardened this a bit and made it, put a cable in it, I could put rifles in here, like put a glass door, a couple of things. Maybe that's a little bit on the work. The shelves, they're not high quality. They're particle board, and like this is particle board, the shelf work here. All right, so here's what I did. I put both of these, there's lighting back here. There's a hole that's already drilled back here, and there's like a bulb, and that's what this power wire is. So I put my modem and router up here so my wife doesn't have to, hey, something isn't working. It's modem or router, modem. These are the problems. It's like check for the blinky lights, whatever. I put the phone down here, and basically on the back, I just sawed the back off. Originally I was going to do like all sorts of slotting and everything. So how I've changed it is big honkin' UPS here. Almost everything is plugged into a power strip with these short pigtails because everything's running off a wallboard. Right here, actually, let me show you the top of what I did here. So I've got the fan, 100mm fan, suspended over my Pi devices. So this one is running Rasplex. This puppy here is running, that's an Odroid XU4. Okay, so that's a Pi Zero wireless, hence there's no Ethernet connected to it. The Odroid XU4, which you've probably seen in my other videos, is running time capsule, Plex, sonar, radar, transmission, maybe one or two other things. This Raspberry Pi 3 is running Haspian, and here is my RAV Power. Now the RAV Power has 4 ports, and they're like 2 something amps, I forget how much. And right now they're only running the Pi, so Pi 3, Pi 0. The Odroid XU4 has its own power supply. Now, along with all of my infrastructure that's powered by the big honking UPS, so we got the Vonage box, we've got the switch, I got my security camera DVR. So of course now this is powered, so the phone, and of course the router and the modem are powered. Oh, and I didn't show you the hard drives. So I have 2 hard drives, I don't know if they're 3 or 4 terabytes each, connected to the USB 3.0 ports. So these guys right here connect to the hard drives over there. And I don't know if you noticed how cleverly I did this. So I took a piece of paper about 100 millimeters, taped the zippy ties to it, and then stapled them up there, and then ran the other zippy ties through. So this one, the end is up, and that one I just had some stuff I cut apart, so I just used the end as a stop, and I can adjust the height if I need to. I'm still running the older Diet Pi on the Odroid XU4. It was reporting higher temperatures and critical temperatures. I think it was inaccurate. And when I set the governing down to, I think, 1.2 gigahertz, I think it reset the values that it uses to calculate temperature, and everything looks good now. So I may bump it back up. I think that's kind of a quirk in Diet Pi, I'm not exactly sure. And I'm going to bring you around back, maybe. So I still haven't pushed this back. And yeah, so the DVR, or how for the security, that's, you got 8 wires for 8 cameras. This right here is just a like 100-something foot cable I got running into the rafters for another access point. That's what it looks like from behind. I do want to neaten all of this up. Oh, and actually, so this puppy right here, I didn't show you. This is a 433 megahertz switch to turn on the LaserJet, and that's run by this right here. So for $10 you get a transmitter and receiver that plug directly into your Pi, little bit of code snippet, and it works with the Haspian home automation system, and you can control all sorts of things. So yeah, the wire monster mess is pretty bad here, but I did separate power from networking, and that neatened it up a little bit. And of course, on the front end, everything looks pretty decent.